Anybody see me on here? It's kind of a last minute. What's up, dude? Cool, it's working awesome. Probably wait for a few people to get on here. It's kind of a unexpected review, so we'll just wait a minute. How's it going, everybody? Been a while since my last review, so phone's not working too well. Thought I'd see if the wife's computer works. It looks to be working, so that's good. How's everybody doing? Sorry for this angle, guys. I'm trying to Statesman, yep. That's what I got, bud. A level Forester, and the Statesman around here is always like 50, 60 bucks, something like that. Went to Shingletown a couple months back, and they had a little, it's just a little woodsy town. And what's up, Adam? How you doing, buddy? But went to this little town or store in town, and they had it there for like 39 bucks. So I was like, oh man, I gotta definitely get some of that. I've had it before. Went to a casino / resort that we always go to every year in Reno. They're called the Pepper Mill, and they have an awesome lounge there called the Terrace Lounge, and tons of whiskey there. And the lady and I became friends, the kind of proprietor there, and she gave me some Statesman a few years back, probably like 2018, and I loved it. I loved it right away. But you know, when the Whiskey Row series came out from Old Forester, I wanted to try all of those. So I think I've reviewed 3 out of 4 of those: the 1920, the 1910, the 1897 bonded, and I don't think I've actually gotten the 1870 review on here yet. Looking forward to doing that because that one was really good too. They were all really good. I've really never had anything from Old Forester that I didn't like. The 86 proof, you know, their base product, I guess, is it's okay. It's okay. It's a good mixer. Really enjoy that signature whiskey that they have, bourbon, that's 100 proof. I think it's got like either red or orange kind of on the label there. So really good stuff. But wanted to get the Statesman on here, guys, because it's this has always been one of my favorite offerings. And to find it, you know, 39 bucks, I was just kind of blown away. So it was kind of meant to be. And I actually tried to get this review on here when I was in Shingletown. Had a nice little backdrop there. We were staying at in a cabin in the woods there. Some friends of ours have a house and a guest house. So down that puppy. Yeah. It's I've done some good damage to this. I mean, I've had it for a couple months, but it's really good stuff. So, but yeah, I was trying to review it, and the reception was just terrible, and the video somehow got deleted. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll review this when I can. And today seemed like a good day to do it. So, old hepatitis. Okay. Hey, somebody doesn't like Old Forester too well. But you know, Old Forester, as far as Brown Forman stuff, you know, I love, I'm not big on Jack Old Number 7. I like some of their single barrel offerings and stuff. I love Woodford Reserve and all those offerings from Brown-Forman. But this Old Forester, I mean, all their stuff, like I said, it's very, very good. So anyway, we've got 3 people in here. Don't really need to get a bunch. I mean, seeing you guys in here, and I appreciate you kind of joining me unexpectedly. So let's get going with this. All right, guys. So Old Forester Statesman, I believe they first released this in 2017, and it's 95 proof. I'll read the back label, but it just says, this whiskey's distilled by us only. Okay, I think that's their standard kind of label they put on all their stuff. So it doesn't really tell us about this particular bourbon, but it says distilled exclusively for Statesman. I heard that this was kind of intertwined with, I don't know if it was a show or a movie that came out a few years ago, but it had something to do with that. But this is a very good pour. So here we go. All right. All right, guys. So I'm not totally sure how old this particular offering is. I do know the mash bill on it, 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. So all right, guys. Let's give your liver 20 years and get back to me. Okay, will do. Been taking pretty good care of my liver, actually. So hopefully I'm doing pretty well, guys. So, but on the nose, you get this one is it's pretty fruity. I get a lot of cherry with this one. Definitely some darker fruit, stone fruit. Cherry, the 2 things that kind of jump out to me the most are cherry and vanilla. It's just 2 really good notes there. A lot of, you definitely get some oak on it. You get a little bit with Brown-Forman, whether it's Jack Daniels, whether it's Woodford Reserve or Old Forester, you get a little bit of a banana note with it. And this one's no exception. Definitely getting a little bit of that banana note, not too over the top though. It's definitely a good note there. This is a kind of a funny thing to say, but it's got a freshness about it. Not too much of a burn. Just between that fruit note, that vanilla note, the oak, they just blend together very well, and it's just a fresh, kind of like a fruity drink on a hot day type of thing going on. Let's try it out, guys. And on the palate, definitely getting some good fruit there. Cherry is the main thing I get. That vanilla, kind of sounds funny, but I get like almost a cherry Coke or a cherry Dr. Pepper type thing going on. But definitely cherry and vanilla. That oak is right there. Take another sip. Hey, Jose, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here. But again, this is a very solid offering from Old Forester. Statesman, I'd put it up in the, probably the top 4 or 5 offerings I've had from Old Forester. The 1920 really grew on me over time. At first, I wasn't too sure. I was kind of on the fence about it, but it really grew on me over time. The 1910, same way. It was kind of a little bit less sharp than the 1920, so I liked that one right away. Very desserty. This is actually kind of has along those same lines, kind of that dessertiness to it. A little bit of like creme brulee, maybe. But Old Forester really never lets me down. I mean, I've never had anything from them where I was just like, okay, I'm disappointed. And for $39 for this one, guys, I was pretty blown away. So really enjoy this. Highly recommend it, as I would for any of their stuff that I've had. If somebody has had a bad offering from Old Forester, you can say the 86, but even that, for what it is at $16.99, is a really good deal. And you can mix it. You can sip it neat if you don't really have anything with you, anything else. So that's what I would do. I mean, in a pinch, I would sip it, but the 86 proof. In a pinch, I would sip it, but I'd usually mix that one. That's just me. The Statesman here, I wouldn't mix this. Me personally, I mean, this stands on its own very well. It's definitely worth. If you can get it under $50, that's probably where I'd want to be. Most places I see it, it's a little higher than that. It's like $50 or $60. Finding it at $39.99, I was pretty happy. So definitely well worth the buy, though. So that's where we're at, guys. Let's take another sip and give it a score. Gil says new favorite is Old Forester Signature. The Signature is very good. At 100 proof. It's funny. It's 100 proof, but I don't think it's actually bottled and bond. Again, they have the Whiskey Row series where they had the 1897, which is the bottled and bond offering. But that Signature at 100 proof is very, very good. I'm getting a little cinnamon on this as well, guys. Definitely some good spice. Cinnamon and clove are the main 2 things I get as far as the spice goes. Again, it's got 72% corn, 18% rye. So 18% rye is pretty good. So you definitely get a little bit of the spice, but it ain't going to burn you up. 95 proof. It's a good place for this one to be, definitely. So that's it, guys. You guys got any questions? Or I don't think I gave it a score, so I'll do that. This one gets, I'm going to give it an 87 out of 100. It's not my top, top score for an Old Forester offering, but it's definitely up there. 87 is a good score. So doesn't quite get up toward that Whiskey Row series. I really enjoy the Whiskey Row series. And then they have the really kind of crazy offerings that I can't really afford. The birthday edition and all that. It's those. I saw a bottle of that at a local store the other day behind the glass case, and that one was in the hundreds or the low thousands anyway. So pretty good. They start to get up there pretty well. But all right, anybody got any questions or anything? It's good to see you guys on here, and hope to get on here soon. Yeah, somebody was just, I think, talking a little trash earlier, but hey, it's all good. Talk all the trash you want. Everybody doing all right? All right, guys. Well, I might shut this one down pretty quick, but it's been fun. Thank you for kind of joining me with this spontaneous review. I scored this an 87 out of 100. Another totally solid offering from Old Forester. So good stuff, guys. Hope you're all having a great weekend, and we'll be back on here soon, guys. I'm going on a trip to Virginia City, my annual trip to Virginia City that I go on every year with my brother-in-law Derek. Leaving from Memorial Day weekend, but we're leaving that Thursday, and it's always fun. We always bring whiskey with us. Save a little money. I mean, we'll go to a few of the old bars and saloons there in town, but we just love going to VC, Gold Hill, which is part of Virginia City now. It used to be its own town. Mark Twain, of course. Just to give you guys a little history, Mark Twain. That's where he became Mark Twain, was in Virginia City, and he used to go. The place where we're staying for a few nights. We're going to camp the first night, just out in the canyon probably. But the hotel we're going to be staying at, the Gold Hill Hotel, been there since 1861. Mark Twain used to indulge in spirits there. Old Crow was his favorite bourbon, but he also loves Scotch. And my brother-in-law and I are gonna do the one of the reviews we're gonna do while we're there in town is the Mark Twain cocktail. We're gonna have the Mark Twain cocktail at the Gold Hill, where he used to. He and his fellow riders there in town had what they called the Monumental Liars Club, where they just make up, they drink and make up stories for the paper the next day. And that's where we're going to stay. And looking forward to making the Mark Twain's favorite cocktail while we're there, which you could use Old Crow, his favorite bourbon, but the one that he drank, that's what we're going to make it with, which was Scotch. You can use any kind of, you might not want to use anything too smoky or anything as far as, you don't want to use like a Lafroig or anything, but if you wanted to use a blended Scotch or something a little less smoky and maybe a little more malty or something, that's probably the best way to go. But we're going to make that, and I look forward to doing it, guys. So, we'll be talking hopefully before then, but if not, then I'll see you guys for our reviews in Virginia City. I'm looking forward to it, and that's it for now, guys. Till next time, cheers.